What's up, everybody? I am Johnny.
I'm Danny.
And welcome to the first episode of Absent Minded, our podcast, and we are Not All There Productions. And this is actually a very special episode. Not only is it the first episode, but we're breaking a form that we haven't even established yet.
No form established whatsoever, but this week was very special.
It's a very special week.
But first, we'll talk about what we'll normally be doing on this podcast. We're just going to talk about the week in review.
Yep.
We're going to talk about things that are going on around us or in the world, or whatever really grinded our gears that week.
Yeah.
It's just going to be us ranting, really.
Yeah, it's unfiltered Johnny and Danny talking about maybe how half the world scorned us this week. What's happened. It could be anything from small things in our day-to-day that we want to talk about to something on a global scale. Who knows?
We can guarantee, however, that it will be entertaining.
It will be entertaining.
Because it's just us talking.
It is.
Nothing
Which
magical.
doesn't sound very entertaining
Doesn't sound
on
magical,
on
but
paper.
it's magical. Don't you worry. So why is this special this week, Johnny?
Well, this week is very special because I don't think we've ever said it in a video, but me and Danny, I almost said me and Janny, me and Danny, we live here in New Jersey, we go to Montclair State University, and for those of you who don't know, New Jersey declared a state of emergency this week due to too much snow. We've been getting snow here pretty much for a month straight. Here on campus, since we got back from winter break, almost 2 months ago, there's been snow on the ground every day. And very specifically now, New Jersey's like, oh, wow, this is a problem. And pretty much what a state of emergency is, for people who might not know, is it allows like the government to have access to like the police force and the National Guard, anything they need to deploy to give supplies to anybody who may need them.
Right. So just to fill you guys in, Governor Christie actually tweeted, this is an exact tweet, he said, "There is a state of emergency in place. If you do not need to be out, please stay off the roads and stay home." He also told people via Twitter that if they have to be outside, to drive slow and give plows and spreaders room to work. And that is from an article from Wired New Jersey that we're pulling this information from. But so, as you can see, Governor Christie even said it's a state of emergency.
Now, why are we being so specific over it being a state of emergency and how dangerous it is to be outside right now?
Well, I mean, we're being so specific about it because of the fact that all other state schools closed down. All of them. I believe your high school closed down, too.
My high school closed.
I'm pretty sure that my high school closed down.
Yep.
I will almost guarantee that it closed down.
Yeah. Guess what didn't close? Montclair State University.
Our school.
And it's not like the roads are clear.
No, they're still not clear. I was walking back earlier today, and they were still shoveling.
Yeah.
Just starting to shovel.
Yeah.
Just starting to shovel, actually.
We'll go into it. The sidewalks aren't unwalkable. Like, if it was 5 degrees colder outside, it would be a solid, clear sheet of ice, probably like that thick. But they are very, very lucky that it's not that cold, because there's so much slush and so much just packed in snow from a really shoddy shovel job.
Yeah.
That I almost slipped like 4 times coming back from class today, and walking here, I almost broke my ankle.
How?
Because I was walking and there was so much snow that I went to step and I didn't realize that I was stepping in the median between like the little, like, they have some like flower bushes and shit on campus, and there's a good dip between the sidewalk and where the mulch starts. I didn't realize that I stepped in that and my ankle completely like went like that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I limped into your building.
That is absolutely ridiculous. And that's today, too. It started snowing last night.
Yeah.
It started snowing last night, and I was walking home from rehearsal last night, and it was a sheet of ice. They were plowing the roads, or the campus roads, but instead of salting them, they just plowed them, which compressed the snow into ice.
They've had plows going 24/7, which...
Oh, yeah, we don't even sleep anymore, because the plows are just always going.
Yeah, and you need to stop plowing after a certain point, because the plows physically don't lower down enough to get to the exact street level. Either that or they're not smart enough to lower them down that low. And each time they make a run, it's packing and packing and packing that sheet. That's probably like a good 2 inches thick.
Oh, it was at least minimum 2 inches of ice.
And it's worse on the sidewalks because there's no excuse for the sidewalks.
Oh, the sidewalks. I went out this morning. I don't know about you. You actually live further than I do from the classes, but I was walking on the snow. I was walking on a good 2-3 inches of snow.
Yeah. No. Yeah, so was
I.
So
no different for you, and I don't think it was different anywhere across campus.
No. I haven't been to, like, the other half of campus because...
I can't even make it to where I'm trying to go. I don't even want to try to go the other half of campus.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Like I was saying, people are hired to manually shovel the sidewalks. With the plows, it's like, okay, we can't have people walking up and down the streets to correct the little errors that the plows and the trucks make.
Mm-hmm.
But you are physically capable of lowering a shovel to get on the sidewalk and get that layer of like really packed snow off, and they're just not.
Yeah, they're not doing anything for it. So
you made a good point. I saw maybe one clump of salt. Like they have.
Oh yeah, the clumps of salt were at the front door of the dorms.
Yeah.
I mean, the blue you walked in. Did you see the blue?
All blue.
It's all blue because they took the salt and dumped a bucket in front of the door that I tripped on the next morning.
Really?
Yeah, I tripped on the rocks because it was a pile of salt rock.
And you know what? Prior to this, I would have at least given that to Montclair. They've been very good on salting like the sidewalks.
Oh, before winter break, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, even in this past couple of months when we've had a lot of snow, like any day that would have been kind of like, oh, maybe there's enough snow like to get a snow day. But no, they've been pretty good on salting it, which, while annoying if you want a free day to rest, is at least admirable because they're on top of it. But this time, in a state of emergency,
nothing.
They're not on
There's
top
nothing.
of
And it all comes down to the fact that our president just wants to make more money. Because if, you know, oh no, school's closed, we can't pay her more of her $500,000 a year salary. Oh, sorry, am I not supposed to give that out?
Plus the, like, $50K bonus she gave herself.
Oh, right, yeah. We can't forget about the $50K bonus. But it's alright, she doesn't have to go to class, she already graduated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and for those of you who are forgetting, you probably saw it on Facebook earlier this year, but Montclair already got some poor press for a, what is it, 310 or 200?
It was a $210,000 statue of our mascot, the Red Hawk, which is a mythical creature. Not a real creature, apparently.
Just because it's not real doesn't mean it's mythic. All right, we're not getting into that.
We're not getting it. We missed the train with a hype train on the statue, but once it's down, once it's put down, because I don't think it has been, we will be covering that. Don't you worry.
No, yeah, but like the school has already shown that like it isn't making smart administrative decisions.
Horrible decisions.
That go directly to Susan Cole. And they just continue to make these decisions. And this is 2 cases of bad press for a school in a year. You think when we have friends that work in the call center.
Yeah.
Asking for donations. People tell those people to fuck themselves, like, every day. And it's probably not a good assistant to that, to have these things blowing up on the internet.
No, not at all. Nothing but bad press. The students were up in arms.
Yeah.
And our school did not have the respect to even put it on the website that classes would be held.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to have classes, then just shovel the sidewalk.
Or to send out an advisory email.
Say, hey, be careful coming to campus, give yourself more time. Nothing. None of the like. So, this is ridiculous.
The response from Montclair to this bad press is...
So we have the response.
We have some response, and
we are again pulling from WiredNewJersey.com. We're going to post the links in the description below so you guys can actually read them.
Yeah, it's some real gold.
So here, Johnny, why don't you read the... Oh, that's what I've been doing down here. I haven't just been ignoring the chat. Yeah. I'm on my laptop pulling up some facts.
And we also have will the image be in the video, or are we showing it here?
I'm going to post the link for the viewers, and then we're going to read them some highlights. However, we're going to read just this little segment that I highlighted. This is from our... this is in response to the social media reaction. Our Vice President of Student Development released this statement.
Oh, this is exactly what I was about to quote. I'm going to this one, too, because this is a ridiculous statistic they give. A rigorous decision-making process goes into every decision regarding opening and closing the campus. University police consult with state police and relevant agencies to assess road and other safety conditions. Experts analyze weather information. Campus facilities, officers assess the condition of the university roads and buildings, and academic officers review the educational schedule. On Thursday, the university had approximately 1,000 classes scheduled, as well as many other academic activities. Approximately 5,000 resident students were already here on campus. We have a population of 30,000 students.
I believe... let me double check that, but we are a mainly commuter school.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It's ridiculous. Oh, yeah, we had classes already scheduled, and there were... Yeah, people live on campus, but people still have to walk across the campus.
I mean, the thing is, we're a commuter school. We're a suitcase school.
Yeah.
Even the residents who live here, they go home.
Yeah.
But we have a majority, if you ask a student here, a majority of them will say that they're a commuter.
Yeah, nobody's here on the weekends because
Nobody is here.
They're commuters and don't have a reason to come here, or like Danny said, I live 45 minutes away. You live 45 minutes away. We're in class with some people who live like 10 minutes away. Like, you can leave and go home on the weekend if you want to.
Yeah, you can, and it's ridiculous. I'm having trouble finding
What you looking for?
the facts, but yeah, it's more than 50%.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it that. I don't
Yeah.
know what our total population is, but we've got a majority of them. 5,000. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
That's a very small majority. That's a minority.
Yeah. That's very small.
But anyway, jumping away from the statistics here, why don't we jump into some tweets? Because let me tell you, I was loving the
gold.
tweets. They were
They're gold.
golden. We're gonna screen cap these again. So that these people who are
didn't
genius,
see that one.
the people that are genius enough to come up with these, and we're gonna post them in the video. Here's this one. It's the picture of the Krusty Krab that says "Open Forever."
That's from when Mr. Krabs made it a 24/7 restaurant.
I'm glad you know what the episode is.
It's an older episode, so I know
It is. So this is from at Marissa Marie. This is literally Montclair State. And I'm sad because it only got 2 retweets.
Yeah, that's worthy of some more. It got 8 favorites.
It did get 8 favorites.
It's worthy of some more, though.
It was totally worth it. What else do we got? So, at Gawk9mm says, at Governor Christie, hey Chris, maybe you can relay this info to Montclair State, who apparently thinks it's 80 and sunny right now.
I imagine that's in response to his tweet saying we're in a state of emergency, which we read you earlier.
Right, and I kind of hope the governor reads this because it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
somebody else tweeted...
At Lauren Aaridai.
Aaridai?
Aaridai?
We
I'm
tried.
sorry, I don't know your name. And there's an underscore at the end of there. At Cory Booker. Can you believe Montclair State University is still open?
Well, I'm sure Cory Booker had...
Cory Booker was just here like
probably
3 days ago.
Yeah, he was probably astounded by the fact that we were even open.
Yeah.
But, they run on and on. There's like a whole lot of these tweets. So if you guys just, there's no real hashtag that's trending right now, but everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
Which is why we had to go on a rant about it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, should we move on to our callers?
Yeah, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna call some people and ask them about their braving of this weather.
Yeah. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to call our friend right now who actually is a commuter. And she sent a picture to our group chat today of the highways, which according to Montclair State were clear and drivable, but it was white.
Oh, she actually told me about, I think she'll probably mention it. She saw 3 accidents.
Yeah, 3 accidents.
On her way from her house to here. She lives 15 minutes from here.
Yeah.
Does she know we're calling her?
Nope.
Alright, so this is totally live.
It's completely live. We might cut this out.
If she even answers. Oh, that'll pick up. That's a loudspeaker.
We'll see.
Hello?
Jules?
What's up?
Go ahead, Danny.
Question, Jules. It's Danny.
Hey, what's up?
Do you mind doing an over-the-phone interview about your commuter status and the fact that campus was open?
Sure.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's going on the interwebs. Do I have your permission?
It's going on the internet?
Yes.
Yes.
On what?
On our YouTube channel.
And a podcast. So if you don't want to use names, then we don't have to do that either.
Yeah, okay. Go for it.
Badass.
Alright, so do you want to tell us about how the roads were from when you left your house to the school?
The roads were covered, when I left this morning, the roads were covered in slush and snow, and I passed 3 different accidents on my 10-minute commute.
Jesus.
So 10-minute commute, 3 accidents.
Yeah.
Were any of the accidents on campus?
No, they were not on campus, but I did slide on Valley Road a little bit. Didn't get hurt or anything, but my car did slide a little bit.
Yeah, which is right outside of campus, Valley Road. So I'm imagining.
Valley Road is, yes, right outside the entrance.
I imagine you're not the only commuter that probably ran into this.
I guarantee you people slid into the signs. I hope they took out the front gate. That'd be hilarious.
That probably wouldn't be hilarious. Because somebody probably would have gotten hurt in that process, Danny.
Yeah, my next question is, you had to park on campus, right? Well, of course you drove your car. How was the parking?
Well, I actually did not park today. I had somebody drop me off today just because I didn't want to deal with parking because I was
Smart.
really bad.
But you pay for a parking spot, right?
I do pay for a parking spot.
So
that I
she
was
had
free.
somebody drive her for
Yeah.
a spot that she pays for.
Which probably should be clear because you pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about walking around on campus? How was that?
Bad. I mean, it was kind of, towards the end of the day, it melted down. Like when I was leaving tonight around 8:30ish when I left, p.m. But earlier on during the day, the salt thing, there wasn't much salt around. At least where I was. Especially the stairs by bone, they were not salted.
Yeah.
Yeah, none at all. No, nothing was salted at all.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to add? Any backlash that you want to throw out because you can? Or no?
Backlash.
Oh, we're over here bad mouthing, so it doesn't really
Well,
matter.
I mean,
So do you think it was a bad decision to have school?
I do, and I mean, mostly only because I understand that it's a hard decision to, like, whether or not to close down school for stuff, like, 'cause,
Fair enough.
I mean, I get that, because, what's more important, like, people are paying to go to school, and, so, like, if you close down, like, is it wasting people's money? I don't know, but when it comes to the safety of the students, and especially the fact that we were in a state of emergency
Yep.
today, like, I think that should have been enough reason to close today.
Yeah.
At least, other semesters, like, I get it when it's, like, iffy,
Mm-hmm.
but because there was a state of emergency today, I think it probably would have been a good idea just to close to be safe, and because people are coming from all over the place, so even if it's not as bad on campus as they thought it would be, it might be bad coming from where somebody else, is commuting from. So, I mean, and if they're going to stay open, then in conditions like these, they should excuse people for if they can't make it to class. It should be an excused absence if you're a commuter and you can't make it.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
That is a really good point. I don't think...
That's how I feel. Like, if you're going to open, like, if you're going to stay open, that's fine, like, whatever. But, like, then like, don't penalize me because I don't want to kill myself coming here.
Yeah, that's a good point. Most professors aren't going to see it as excused if the university doesn't even
Yeah.
acknowledge that it's a bad.
Well, some professors don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily we have professors that do, but...
I mean, look what he did today when he took attendance. Today he hasn't taken attendance in, a semester and a half, and today he decided
Yeah, he
to
took
take
attendance.
Yeah.
You got a good point there. Is there anything else you want to add, or are you good?
I think I'm good.
All right,
Yeah.
we appreciate you talking to us. You were
Thank
a
you
very
very
first
much.
special guest.
Look at that.
Congratulations. You should feel accomplished.
I feel very accomplished.
I'm glad, Jules. I'm glad we were able to give that to you.
All right, thank you. We're going to let you go now, don't worry.
All
All
right.
right.
See you
Bye.
tomorrow,
Guys.
Jules.
Very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, there we have it.
Right out of the mouths of somebody who's not bitching for a podcast.
Right,
Like,
right. We have a point to, like, irritate and spark controversy,
Yeah.
but she doesn't. So...
Mhm.
That being said, we've talked about what we wanted to say, and we've
Mm-hmm.
brought in some articles. We're going to post a few more articles down in the description. So here's what I want to pose to the audience,
Okay.
because I just like it. First off, you're going to have to follow our Twitter, which we'll post down in the description as well.
Yeah. Maybe you
sorry.
should also subscribe or.
Well, yeah,
like,
subscribing and liking is needed, and we'll remind
unless
you later.
you're listening to this on iTunes.
Well, then you should subscribe to our feed.
Yeah, you can do
You
that
can
too.
subscribe to our podcast.
Would you look at that?
So, yeah, we're going to, what we're going to do is follow us on Twitter and then tweet at us on Twitter with either a complaint, a suggestion for what could have been handled differently,
Mhm.
or we're going to have a funny tweet contest.
Ooh.
And
Ooh, you didn't
whoever
run this
posts,
by me.
I
like
did
this.
not. It's very out of the blue. We're shooting live. We're going to take the winning tweet, and we will be the judges, and we'll do something with it. We don't quite know. We'll probably give you a shout out and try to get you some more followers on Twitter, or you could just do it out of the kindness of your heart. We think we found the winningest meme.
Yeah.
It kind of doesn't count.
Oh, it's so good.
So we're gonna flash that up on the screen.
Yeah.
Boom. And that is just
it's
hilarious.
never not funny.
It's never not funny. I mean, I love that. I love it.
The meme itself is funny, but then with the little addition...
with the addition, it's perfect. And if you're not watching the podcast right now.
Mhm.
I just had a speech impediment.
Debate.
Today, Junior.
Today,
If you're not watching the podcast, we suggest coming back to our YouTube to watch
Yeah.
it because we're going to have some visuals.
Mhm.
Oh,
and if you tweet us with hashtag Frozen Rocky.
yeah, there you go. Hashtag Frozen Rocky. It shouldn't be used. We'll start one tonight. But tweet at us, and whoever wins, we'll give a shout out.
Little shout out.
All right, I think that about wraps it up.
That wraps it up. Thank you for listening to the first episode of Absent Minded. Like we said, not all the episodes are going to function like this. They won't all be as salty and we'll have...
Or without salt, if you live at our school. I tried. I tried so hard.
We will be talking about more things per episode. And
yeah.
The episode should range in like the 30-ish minute
We'll
area.
see how long
see.
this one is, but they'll change. You guys will be entertained. So just make sure you click the subscribe button, share us, like us, do all that. Thanks for watching.
Peace out.